Good afternoon, welcome to VANIKIAS. We'll start discussing science and technology parameters based MCQs. First question is regarding dark energy. Okay, so dark energy is a mysterious force that drives the accelerating expansion of the universe. Dark matter interacts with the universe through its gravity. Dark energy constitutes roughly 27%, and uh, dark matter consists of 68% of, of the universe. Which of the following statements are correct? Okay, so here this is wrong that it constitutes 27. What is dark matter? Dark matter means the what dark energy means the energy which is not explored by the present time, right? Dark matter and dark energy possess those areas which is not yet discovered by the scientists. They are called as dark matter. They are called as dark energy. And dark energy not it is not 20 dark energy not 27%. It is it is around 68% of the total energy that is so third statement is wrong. Only one and two statements are right. Okay. Just a second. So one and two options will be right options. Just a second. Hi. Your good name? Rakesh Susur. Manoj, I joined English. It's okay. You are taking this subject? Science and technology. Civil science. Oh, civils, eh? Fine. Okay. Next question. Consider the following statements regarding International Space Station. It is a space station that is our habitable artificial satellite in polar orbit. It serves as microgravity and space environment research. It is jointly owned by various space agencies. Yes, which of the following statements are correct? It is space station, habitable artificial satellite. It is not in polar orbit. It is in low Earth orbit. Low Earth orbit. Low Earth orbit range is 180 kilometer to 2000 kilometer, and medium Earth orbit MEO, its range is around 2000 kilometer to 35,790 kilometer. That is medium Earth orbit. Then is your geosynchronous orbit. Geosynchronous orbit, its range is around 35,790 kilometer. So this International Space Station that is placed in low Earth orbit, that is around 400 to 500 kilometer. That is a yes. Next is microgravity. Yes, serve as a microgravity and space environment research. So various crew members, around 9 crew members, can go there and make research work. That is international space station, ISS. ISS is jointly developed. It is jointly developed satellites. It's a very big satellites. It is not launched once. Various satellites are clubbed together on ISS. And the another fact is that it is created by ISS. It is established by various agencies like, for example, USA and USA, that is NASA, and Roscosmos, that is of Russia. Then we have, for example, European Space Agency, then Canadian Space Agency, right? So these are the different space research organization. That is NASA, that is of USA, Roscosmos, that is of Russia, and JAXA, that is of Japan. Then Canadian Space Agency, that is CSA, and European Space Agency, that is ESA. These five um, countries and organization has jointly developed international space station. Okay, now it was in news because Russia is coming out of international space station. So here, which of the following statements are right? It is wrong because it is established in low Earth orbit. So 2 and 3 options are right. B is the answer. Next, which of the following are regarding statements? Which of the following statements regarding active pharmaceutical ingredients, that is API? It is a part of drug that produces the intent. It is the part of any drug that produces the intended effects. India is leading producer of API in the world. Which of the following statements are incorrect? So incorrect it is incorrect. B is incorrect because India, most of the API um, it is importing from China. So statement B is incorrect. So 2 is the answer. Okay. First statement, yeah, it is a part of drug that produces intended effects, that is active pharmaceutical ingredients. Then consider the following statements. Medication abortion involves taking pills to end a pregnancy. World Health Organization guidelines prohibit medication abortion at home. Progesterone is a hormone that is necessary for a pregnancy to continue. Which of the following statements are correct? Medication abortion involves taking pills to end pregnancy. Yes. Abortion can be done, or with embryo at the embryonic stage we can kill embryo by taking medicines. World Health Organization prohibit medication abortion of hope. No, there is no such prohibition from World Health Organization. Right. And it has said that up to 12 weeks at home. Right. So next is progesterone is a hormone that is necessary for pregnancy to continue. Yes. So up to 12 weeks, 12 weeks, the abortion can, according to WHO, abortion can be done by medication at home. After that, that will done in the medical office. Okay. So second statement is wrong. So it is 1 and 3 options are right. So A is right. Consider the following statements regarding monkeypox. Monkeypox is a zoonosis, that is a disease that is transmitted from infected animals to human beings. Right. Next, monkeypox causes symptoms similar to smallpox. Like smallpox, monkeypox has been eradicated worldwide. Which of the following statements are correct? No, it has not eradicated worldwide. Monkeypox it was recently experienced in India also. So this has not completely eradicated. This statement is wrong. Monkeypox causes symptoms similar to smallpox. Yes, monkeypox in yes, it is predominantly it is seen in West Africa and West Africa. Recently, there is another uh, virus, that is Marburg virus, that is also prevalent in West Africa. So second statement is wrong. And next is the zoonosis. Zoonosis means a disease that is transmitted from animal to human being. Okay, similar to smallpox, but it is less severe than smallpox, less severe. So one and two options are right. Consider the following statements. Humans lose heat generated within their body by producing sweat that evaporates in the skin. Next, humidity in the environment makes it conducive to regulate body temperature. Dehydration can lead to decreased sweat production. Which of the following statements are correct? Yes, dehydration can lead to decreased sweat production because when you don't have water inside your body, then how sweat will happen? So amount of heat that remains present inside the body, that lead to different diseases also, right? Which we call as sunstroke. Next is humidity in the makes it conducive to regular body temperature. No, why it is wrong? Because when humidity increases, usually sweating sweating do not evaporate, right? So when sweating do not evaporate, it will become difficult for body temperature regulation. So first and third statements are right. One and three are right. Which of the following missions are intended for the study of the possibility of life on Mars? UAE Hope mission, UAE Hope study of possibility of life. UAE Hope mission, NASA's InSight mission, China Tianwen mission, NASA's Perseverance rover. Which of the to study life on Mars? So life on Mars, it is UAE's Hope mission and China's Tianwen mission, NASA's Perseverance mission. NASA's InSight mission, it is for to study interior of Mars, not interior of Mars. It's not about life on Mars. Life of Mars, UAE Hope mission, China's Tianwen mission, and NASA's Perseverance mission. Next question. Space debris include debris from defunct spacecrafts and satellites, satellite explosion and collision. Space debris include debris from defunct satellites, explosion and collisions. Meteoroids are classified as natural space debris. Under the Convention on International Liability for Damage Caused by Space Objects, countries cannot claim compensation from other countries for damages incurred from space debris. Which of the following statements are correct regarding space debris? Yes. Second is yes, meteoroids are classified as natural space debris. On the Convention on International Liability for Damage, Convention on International Liability for Damage caused by space debris. Yes, other countries are cannot claim compensation. This is wrong. They can claim compensation. So one and two options are right. They can claim compensation. Consider the following statements. Sagittarius A is supermassive black hole situated at the center of Milky Way. A black hole is formed when stars collapse. Light cannot go out of black hole because the gravity inside a black hole is very strong. Which of the following statements are correct? Here all the statements are correct because Sagittarius A is supermassive black hole situated in the Milky Way. A black hole is formed when stars collapse. This is also right. Light cannot pass the black hole because everything is got attracted. It has a huge power. That is, everything got vanished inside the black hole, right? Because it has a super huge power of gravity. So D option, all the options are right. Rare earth materials. Rare earth materials have applications in which of the following areas? Water treatment, petroleum refining, X-ray imaging, fiber optics, magnetic resonance imaging. Rare earth metals have applications in which of the following areas? Yes, when it is application, generally all the options are right. So rare earth materials can be used for water treatment, petroleum refining, X-ray imaging, fiber optics, and magnetic resonance imaging (MRI) techniques. In all these cases, rare earth materials can be used. So all the options 5 are right. Which of the following organs of human body can be which of the following organs of human body can be donated? Heart, liver, cornea, kidneys, pancreas. Which can be donated? Here all the organs of the human body can be donated. That is heart, liver, cornea, kidneys, pancreas. All of them can be donated. Consider the following statements regarding zoonotic diseases. Zoonotic diseases have impacted humankind since the beginning of its association with animals. Increased incidence of zoonotic diseases in recent times are a direct consequence of large-scale deforestation and the encroachment of pristine natural ecosystems. Increased incidence of zoonotic disease. Out of all the human disease causing pathogens identified so far, are only around 10% are animal origin. So, which of the following are regarding zoonotic diseases are correct? Okay. So yes, it has impacted humankind since the beginning of its association with animal. Yes, since the beginning, because and many viruses, pathogens that transfer from animal to human. Next is increased incidences of zoonotic diseases. Increased incidences of zoonotic diseases. Recent times, direct consequence of large scale deforestation. Yes, because of deforestation, many species died. So the toxic substances that are that were I mean consumed by various species. They now those toxic substances are not consumed. So various pathogens that are coming towards and encroachment of pristine natural ecosystems. It is the reason why zoonotic diseases are spreading. Out of all human disease causing pathogens identified so far, only around 10% are of animal origin. How many percentage of zoonotic diseases are animal origin? Yes. So it is not. It is 60% of 60% of the disease causing pathogens are identified as animal origin. Just wait 5 minutes. which the following can play an important role. So supercomputing can play an important role in which of the following fields? It is quantum mechanics, fraud prediction, genomics, oil and gas exploration, drug discovery. So quantum mechanics means that deals with ion electrons, right? This is right. Fraud prediction. Yes, by supercomputer we can conduct this weather forecasting. Genomics, by genomics, this genome genome sequencing can be done by supercomputer. Genome sequencing means deciphering the base pair, that is ATCG, in which serial they are, because every information are mentioned in our genome. So this is also right. Drug discovery means research works. So by computer simulation, research works can also be done. That's why here except 4 is not there. So which the following statements are correct? Oil and gas exploration. In case of oil and gas exploration, yes, supercomputer can play roles. So one, two. So these predominantly this it works in this 1, 2, 3, 5 in this dimension. Here it can be used. So as 1, 2, 3, 5. These options are not anywhere. So answer is 5. Answer is C. In case of oil and gas exploration also, supercomputers can play important role. So C is the answer. Consider the following statements regarding avian influenza or bird flu. Avian influenza or bird flu. Avian influenza is a highly contagious disease, viral disease caused by influenza type A viruses. It can be spread through their dropping while flying. It doesn't affect egg production in poultry birds. So, which of the following statements are correct? Here, this is right. Avian influenza is highly contagious viral disease. Right? It's highly contagious viral disease. It affects generally poultry birds, that are chickens, right? And the affects the that lowers the egg production in case of poultries. So that is so it is highly contagious. Next is it can be spread through droppings while flying. Yes, it flows through droppings while flying. Right. Aquatic, wild aquatic birds such as dogs or which when there is natural reservoir, influenza A viruses and it is generally the ecology of these viruses. That means where they, for example, water. In case of the dogs, it's the water, right? In case of flying, when they're flying by their droppings. This is how the avian influenza, the bird flu, that spreads. So this statement is right and this is wrong. So 1 and 2 options are right. Consider the following statements regarding trans fats. Trans fats are industrially produced and are not naturally present. Repeatedly use of oil at high temperature can increase the trans fat content. If trans fat has to be replaced with healthier substitutes, one must compromise on food taste and cost. Yes, third three option is right, because when it is, for example, in case of trans fat, if you're considering ghee or something else, the substitutes, and that will increase the price. So that is, it is true. Next is that it is not naturally present. No, trans fats are also naturally present. They are present in red meat and dairy products. Trans fats are present in red meats and dairy products. So this is also right. Two options of the following statements compromise. Not natural present. So it is wrong. Not if it is not natural present, then this is wrong because then naturally present. Replaced with healthier substitutes, one must compromise on food and cost. Yeah, this is right. No, without changing any healthier substitutes, one must compromise in food taste on sometimes no, sometimes the equal amount of sometimes healthier substitutes and are also available. So we can say that this option is wrong as well. So only repeated use at high temperature increase the trans fat content. So two only is the answer, right? It can be replaced by healthier substitutes. Now they are getting replaced also. So two only option is the right answer. Thalassemia is an inherited blood disorder characterized by less oxygen carrying protein, that is hemoglobin, and fewer blood red cells in the body than normal. Blood stem transplant is the long-term course of treatment of thalassemia. Iron supplements have to be given to those undergoing frequent blood transfusions as it leads to iron deficiency. So which of the following statements are correct? This is wrong because excessive iron that deposits that present that it's such type of treatment that lead to excess of iron in the body. So third statement is wrong. Second statement is right. Blood stem that is stem cells transplant is a long-term course treatment of thalassemia. It is an inherited blood disorder characterized by less oxygen carrying protein hemoglobin and fewer blood cells. So one and two options are right. Consider the following statements. A short circuit is an electrical circuit that allows a current to travel along unintended path instead of following the circuit. It allows a current to travel along the unintended path instead of following the circuit. At the time of short circuit, the current in the circuit reduces substantially. Yes. Okay, short circuit. Which of the following statements are correct? At the time of short circuit, what happens? Huge amount of explosion happens. So saying that it will reduces the currents in the circuit, that is wrong. So first only is right. Short circuit that allows current to travel in an unintended path. That means suppose when two current joins together, short circuit happens. So huge amount of current that flows. So one only is the answer. Consider the following statements. An electric generator works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. An electric motor converts electrical energy to mechanical energy. Generator works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. An electrical motor converts electrical energy to mechanical energy. Yes, this is right. A wire with green insulation usually the live wire of an electrical supply. So which of the following statements are correct? So green insulation is not live electrical, it is the grounding wire, that is green insulation. Red insulation is especially the live electric supply. An electric generator works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. Yes, electric generator or electric transfer, they are based on the principle of electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction means when current passes through one wire, the there is EMF generated. EMF generated in the whole, the magnetic field generated in the whole area, and that changes the EMF in the second wire. That is called as electromagnetic induction. So your first and second options are right. So one and two options are right. To study to study which one of the following was the spacecraft launched that would be farthest from the sun and that would run exclusively on solar power. Exclusively on solar power, that is Mars, atmosphere, Venus, Moon's Kuiper belt. Which the following one was which of the following was a spacecraft launched that would be farthest from sun and would run exclusively on solar power. Farthest from sun and run exclusively on solar power. It is Jupiter's Trojan asteroids. It is the farthest, right? Because Venus, Moons, they are nearer, right? So it is Jupiter. It is the last. D is the answer. Jupiter's Trojan asteroids. Which of the following are the applications of gene editing technology? It can boost disease resistance in humans and increase lifespan. Gene editing technology. Yes, it can boost disease resistance because by gene editing those, so for example, there is some area which can may cause cancer. By gene editing technology, you can delete them, right? You can insert new healthy genes there. So that will increase the disease resistance in humans and that will increase lifespan. It can be used to protect endangered species to bring life extinct species. Yes, it can be used there because we can increase their lifespan and we can increase their reproduction capacity. So it will bring to life of the extinct species, new species. Number of species can be increased. It can slow down the spread of diseases by eliminating its means of transmission. Slow down the spread of diseases. It can slow down the spread of diseases by eliminating the means of transmission. Yes, because by genetic engineering, we can reduce the mutation capacity of a particular pathogen. So, 1, 2, 3, all the options are right regarding the application of gene editing technology. Consider the following statements regarding cell membrane. Cell membrane, also called as plasma membrane, is found in all cells and separates interior of the cell from the outside environment. Cell membrane consists of a liquid bilayer that is semi-permeable. Yes, it does not allow diffusion of gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide. Which of the following statements are correct? Obviously, cell membrane, it allows gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide because it is already semi-permeable. So 2 and 3 they contradict. So it is right and this is also right that cell membrane is present in all cells. Cell wall is present only in case of animal cell, but cell membrane is present in case of all cells. So 1 and 3 options are right. Substances like some molecules of carbon dioxide, they can move across the cell membrane and they can transport different type of food also. Genome mapping. What do you mean by genome mapping? In the ocean, genome mapping in the ocean will help to understand the internal working of ecosystem of the ocean, to understand the adaptation of microbes to various micronutrients like nitrates, sulfates, silicates in the ocean. Genome map and identify the factors controlling the changes of RNA and DNA. RNA are changes in RNA and DNA of microbes in the oceans. Identify factors controlling changes in RNA and DNA. So, which of the following statements are correct? It is Obviously, it is all the statements are correct regarding genome mapping in the ocean. Internal working of the ecosystem of the Indian Ocean. Okay, so all the statements are correct. Next, which of the following statements are true regarding rickets? Rickets is a condition that results in weak and soft bones in children. The most common cause of rickets is vitamin C deficiency. It can be it can be classified as a neglected tropical disease. Which of the following statements are correct? The condition that is weak and soft bones on the children. Yes, rickets that weakens the soft bones of children. Right. It may also cause fractures, muscle spasms, curved spine. This may also caused by rickets. And the most common cause of rickets is not vitamin C deficiency; it is vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D deficiency that lead to rickets. It is classified as neglected tropical disease. Classified as neglected tropical disease. No, this is not a neglected tropical disease. Example of neglected tropical disease, for example, our rabies, right? Rabies, filariasis. These are neglected tropical disease. So one only is the option is right option regarding rickets. Answer the following statements regarding Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle or PSLV and GSLV, that is Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle. PSLV was developed to launch low Earth orbit satellites into polars and some synchronous orbits. Low Earth orbit satellite. GSLV was developed to heavier INSAT satellites to geosynchronous satellite orbit. GSLV was designed mainly to deliver remote sensing satellites, whereas PSLV, yes, third statement is wrong. Right? Third statement is wrong. Why? Because GSLV is for communication satellites. That is at 35,790 km. In the geosynchronous orbits, generally GSLV is used. GSLV it's launch communication satellite, that's INSAT series communication satellites into the orbit. PSLV is at low Earth orbit. PSLV is used for low Earth orbit because PSLV is third generation launch vehicle. It has four stages: solid, liquid, and solid liquid. In case but GSLV, it is fourth generation, the upgraded version. It has three stages, that is solid, liquid, and cryogenic. And the cryogenic engine is very strong engine. Cryogenic, here the fuel is used is liquid hydrogen fuel, and so third statement is wrong. It is a reverse. GSLV used for communication satellites. Why? Because it is GSLV has higher power. GSLV can take up to 4,000 kilometer to geosynchronous orbit. That is up to 35,790 kilometer, and around 8,000 kg weight to low Earth orbit. Highest power. That's why it is taken used for communication satellites. So one and two options are right. Which of the following living organisms gives litmus? Algae, protozoa, lichen, and virus gives litmus test. Which of the following living organisms? It is the lichen, right? Water. This litmus is a water soluble mixture and of different dyes that are extracted from the lichens, right? So lichen skips litmus. C is the answer. It is the oldest form of pH indicator. How to determine pH? By litmus test. Okay. Hidden generation technology (HOG) recently seen in news is related to lithium-ion batteries railways. Hidden generation technology is recently seen in news. It is related to railways. Okay, railways. Why it is used? It is used to supply that is overhead power lines. Overhead power lines. Hidden generation technology. Overhead power lines. Yes. Yes. Uh, okay, okay, check. Next is yeast. Which of the following, which is used to make bread, belongs to the group? It is yeast, and which of the following is used to make bread? It is protozoa, bacteria, or protista, or fungi. It's yeast and fungi. These two are used to make bread. Right? Yeast is also, it belongs to fungus kingdom. Remember, fungus kingdom. It is also belongs to fungus kingdom. So D is the answer. Which the following, consider the following pairs of vaccine and category. Covishield is mRNA vaccine. Covaxin is inactivated vaccine. Sputnik V is viral vector-based vaccine. Which of the following statements are correct? Covaxin is inactivated vaccine. Yes. Covaxin is an inactivated vaccine. It destroys the pathogen's ability to replicate. That is Covaxin. And it keeps the virus intact to the immune system so that it can recognize it. That is Covaxin. And Covishield is uh, Covishield is Covishield is not mRNA vaccine. It is based on viral vector platform. Viral vector platform. Sputnik V and Covishield, they are same. It's not mRNA vaccine. So 2 and 3 options are correct. Consider the following statements regarding NISAR mission. NISAR is a satellite wholly developed by ISRO that will detect movement of the Earth's surface. It will. It is not wholly developed by ISRO. This is wrong. It is this that is NISAR full form is NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar. NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar. So it is which is Earth observation satellite. So it can change. It can track changes, croplands, hazard sites, monitor crisis, so the volcanic eruption. Aperture radar that produces very high resolution images. It's very high resolution images. These two are right, but it is developed by both NASA and ISRO. So first statement is wrong. 2 and 3 are right. Among the human pathogens, bacteria tend to become the most resistant to antibiotics because of their physiology. Bacteria have large number of genes compared to multicellular organisms. Bacteria does not exchange resistant genes during sexual reproduction. Which of the following statements are correct regarding bacteria? Bacteria has become more resistant to antibiotics. Yes, because of antibiotics. Because of antibiotics, right? That is antimicrobial resistance develops. Bacteria have larger number of genes compared to multicellular organisms. Bacteria are unicellular, right? They have unicellular, so they do not have larger number of genes. Bacteria does not exchange resistant genes during sexual reproduction. No, it exchange yes, it exchanges the resistant genes. So that means resistant genes can transmit from one generation to another generation. So second two statement, second and third statements are right. Only one only is the answer. Also, the following statements regarding International Space Station. The ISS is the fast space station to be built and operated. ISS is not entirely in zero gravity space and it does not encounter a little bit of gravity. Is the fast space station to be built and operated. International Space Station. Why International Space Station was in news? Because Russia is coming out of International Space Station. Okay. So yes, ISS is the fast space station to be built and operated. This is wrong. ISS is the it's not the fast station, right? Several other space station has been used earlier. For example, Russian Mir space station, it is operated, and American Skylab. This they are in 1980s. So this is not the fast space station, the biggest space station, but it is not the fast space station. ISS is not entirely zero gravity space. It does encounter little bit of gravity. It does encounter little bit of gravity. Then thrusters must be sent periodically because it is in low Earth orbit. That's why around 400 and 500 km to Earth surface, ISS is present. Thruster must be sent periodically. That attaches themselves to the ISS for keeping it in orbit. Yes, to ISS for keeping it in orbit. It is also right. So two and three options will be the right answer. Consider the following pairs regarding vitamin and mineral deficiency related disease. Vitamin A, night blindness, vitamin B1, beriberi, vitamin C, rickets, iron deficiency, anemia. Which of the following statements are correctly matched? Correctly matched is vitamin A, night blindness, yes, vitamin B1, beriberi, this is also right. Vitamin C, rickets, no, this is wrong. Vitamin D, rickets. Iron deficiency lead to anemia, yes, 1, 2, 4. So C is the answer, right? Vitamin A, night blindness, vitamin B, beriberi, vitamin B2, that is bad skin or retarded growth. Then vitamin C or ascorbic acid, which is called that is scurvy. Scurvy causes vitamin C. Vitamin C deficiency causes scurvy. Vitamin D it causes rickets, and vitamin K that lead to excessive bleeding during injuries. Okay. Vaccination is a simple, safe, and effective way of protecting people against harmful diseases after they come into contact with them. Vaccines train body's immune system to create antibodies just as it does when it is exposed to the disease. Vaccines given orally by injection spread into the nose. Which are the following statements are correct regarding vaccines. A simple, safe, and effective protecting people against harmful diseases after they come in contact with them. No, it has to vaccine to be given before they come in contact with COVID-19, for example, so that it will be harmful. After, when we do it after, then because it takes time. When you give vaccines, then generally it takes time for the vaccine to develop inside the body. So we cannot say that first treatment is so wrong. It is must given before the particular body person that must come in contact. Vaccine train the body's immune system to create antibodies. Yes, it does. It export the disease. Vaccines given orally or by injection or by spray into the nose. Two and three options are right. There are nasal vaccines and there are oral vaccines, and usually we have received vaccines of with injections. Then which of the following statements regarding mucormyosis? What do you mean by mucormyosis? Mucormyosis is a fungal infection. Mucormyosis is a fungal infection caused by a group of molds called mycetes. It affects sinuses, brain, and lungs. Can be life-threatening diabetic cancer patients. Soil plant and manure, decaying fruits, vegetables are the common source of infection by mucormyosis. So, which of the following statements are correct? All the statements are correct. It's a fungal infection due by mold called mucormycosis. It affects sinuses, brain, lungs, right? Soil plants, manure, decaying fruits, vegetables, the common source of infection. 1, 2, 3, all the statements are correct. Okay. Toxoid vaccine. What do you mean by toxoid vaccines? Toxoid vaccines are use a toxin or harmful product. Toxoid vaccines, they use a toxin or harmful product made by the germ that causes disease. They create immunity against the whole germ that causes disease. Toxoid vaccine, no. They do not aim for the whole germ. They toxoid vaccine, they are used for to mm, reduce the power of the germs to attack the host. Okay. So toxoid vaccine is not for the to cause for the whole germ that causes disease. So two option is wrong. Is that made by germ that cause the toxoid vaccines? It is used to protect diphtheria and tetanus. Yes, tetanus and diphtheria vaccines are toxoid vaccines. Also, the following statements regarding non-fungible token or NFT. NFT are unique digital assets with each token representing a unique value. NFT include digital real estate, digital art, and music. NFT are not interchangeable in nature. Which the following statements are correct regarding NFT? Right. Here all the statements are correct regarding NFT. It is not interchangeable. It include digital real estate, digital art, music, right? Unique digital assets as unique value. So anything that can be convert in the electrical form, but that is not exchangeable, interchangeable. That means that cannot be converted into money. So here all the statements are correct regarding NFT. Consider the following statements. Most active galaxies have supermassive black hole at the center. Quasars are very luminous objects far away galaxies. Quasars. What are quasars? Luminous objects far away galaxies. Quasars found in galaxies that have supermassive black holes. So here all the statements are correct regarding the black hole. So 1, 2, 3, all the options are right. Quasars are very luminous objects. Distant galaxies, especially in those galaxies where there are that there is black hole. What's the consider the following statements regarding HIV, Haemophilus influenza type B. HIV disease is caused by a type of bacteria and mostly affects children. younger than 5 weeks. It causes lungs and throat infection. HIV does not spread through air. Which of the following statements are correct regarding HIV? So, no, HIV, this Haemophilus influenza, it spreads through air, right? It also spreads through, for example, coughs, sneezes. This spreads through droplets, especially. So, three statement is wrong. One and two options are right. The next is polio. Polio usually affects children under 5, sometimes leading to irreversible paralysis. Yes, it sometimes leads to irreversible paralysis. There is while polio remains endemic only Africa and Pakistan. No, it is not remains endemic to only Africa and Pakistan. It is Africa and Pakistan. No, it is in Afghanistan and Pakistan. Afghanistan and Pakistan they have polio. And Pakistan they have polio. So second statement is wrong. There is no cure for polio. It can be prevented. Yes, this is right. So usually it is called a polio virus. It's a virus, pathogen is a virus. So one and three options are right answer. Okay. So the lecture here completed, and like this video and share and subscribe to VANIKIAS.